Hi, Dan the Unknown here. Today I'm going to do my review of a Glarry GST-E 6-string electric guitar. This is the one I bought from Walmart. I'll have a link to the Glarry website to order the same guitar. I've had this about 3 or 4 months now, and I paid $68 or $69 shipped from Walmart, and now I believe it's like $75. I know from Glarry's website it's $75 as of today anyways. The reason I ordered it off of Walmart is because the picture of this guitar in the Walmart ad had the Fender Strat shape headstock, and I liked how that looked better than this. But this isn't a bad looking headstock anyways. I like it. And obviously I can't fault Glarry for that. That was Walmart's deal. So I'm going to put the link for this from Glarry's website in the description. We have a basswood body with a maple neck and a rosewood fretboard. 3 generic single coil pickups. I believe they are ceramic. For my understanding, most cheaper price guitars have ceramic pickups unless they're advertised as something else. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. This is just what I've been told from a few different people. It came with a gig bag, cable, a strap, the tools for adjustments, and this red pick, which it's a decent pick, but just generic. I just prefer this one more. Normally I'll do pros and cons, starting with the pros, but I'm going to do something slightly different here. I'm going to start with a neutral complaint. And I'm not really complaining, it's what's to be expected from a guitar in this price range. But it's got really cheap components. And if you can see the trem block, it's really, really thin. But that's, like I said, to be expected at this price point. So I'm not going to complain about that. My only real complaint about the cheap components is this part of the string tree likes to bend out. So I keep having to bend it back in. Since I've changed strings and dropped the tuning down to D, it hasn't been as bad, but it's still kind of annoying at times. So I'm going to do the cons first this time, get them out of the way. So when I first took it out of the box, the first con I noticed was how sharp the fret ends were. They're sharp enough that this protective wrapping around it was getting caught in it. I have since filed down the edges of the fretboard and rounded off the fretboard, and now there's no sharp edges, so that didn't end up being too big of a deal. I had to level some of the frets. They were fretting out. Another thing that was bad was the action was really high out of the box. If you see my unboxing, you'll see how high it was. This is the action now. It's still pretty high, but it's playable for me. The pickups function alright. I mean, You have your quacky sound and the two positions where it quacks, and then so they function alright, but they sound kind of bland to me. The neck is okay, the middle's okay, the bridge is the worst to me. I mean, it's not bad, it's really not much better than the other two, it's just I'll be using that more, so I'll probably change it out down the road. And the last con is going back to the whole action being so high, is it took a lot of work for me to set this up even close to how I like it and to get the intonation. As you can see, the springs on the saddles are adjusted about as much as they can go. But it's pretty much intonated now. It took forever to adjust the neck and the string height and get the perfect, well, I wouldn't even say perfect, a good enough balance between the two to minimize fret buzz. That's really it for the cons. Like I said, it was very time consuming to get it to be playable for me. The pros. The first pro you'll notice, as I noticed, was taking this out of the box, how light it is. I mean, it's super light. I don't know if it's solid or not. I have other basswood body guitars, exact same shape, body size, that are heavier. So I don't know. Another pro is that after all the setup, it is pretty decently playable. It looks great. I mean, there was only one flaw. I'm not even going to try to show it because it doesn't come out on the camera. But it's just a little scratch in the black finish here. Other than that, the front of the guitar is perfectly flawless. Well, it was. I got some little scratches on it now from playing. But, and the back was, I believe, was flawless. It still looks pretty damn good. The price, it's a great price. I don't think you're going to find a guitar for $75 shipped that's functional, at least, even though it requires a lot of work to make it playable. At least it would be functional for $75. And at that price, it would actually make a good piece of wall art if you're into that kind of thing. I mean, you pay more than that for some pictures and paintings. At least you can make this into functional wall art. I guess that would be it really for the pros. Oh, another con I forgot to mention is the trim is pretty stiff. And it makes some noises. I don't know if that's coming out. But it's alright. I mean, for the price, I'm not expecting perfection, so I'm going to tune her up and then get some sound samples. Alright, bridge. I have kind of a dead fret right there. If you hit it right, it's fine. If you don't, it's a little off. Bridge in middle. Middle. Neck in middle. Neck. Alright, let's put a little dirt on there. I do actually kind of like how the bridge sounds with some grit to it. Okay, so who would I recommend this guitar to? Firstly, I would not recommend this to a beginner unless they have somebody that could make the adjustments for them. Maybe like if they have a family member or a friend that plays and knows what they're doing and can make those adjustments for them. You could take your chances. You might get lucky. I've seen other videos where people claim that they've gotten theirs out of the box pretty well set up, but I've seen just as many say that they weren't set up. So if you want to gamble, go ahead and gamble. I just wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend this to somebody who is maybe a humbucker type player or a P90 type player, or maybe even just an acoustic player who's looking for the 3 single coil sound, knows how to make adjustments on a guitar, and doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a really high-end guitar. Maybe they're just gonna noodle with a 3 single coil setup once in a while and that's it. That's who I would recommend this for. Once I got it set up pretty decently, overall it's not a bad guitar, but it's not a great guitar. It's not even a really good guitar. I don't know if I'll ever buy another Glarry. If I do, it'll probably be their TE series. I think it is the Stratcopy. They look pretty decent and they're roughly around the same price, a little more expensive, but I might try one of those, but I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't say I hate this guitar anymore as far as playing it. I did pretty much hate it when I first got it, but I do kind of like it now. But my other Strat copies get a hell of a lot more play than this ever will. Well, I guess that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you get a good idea of what this guitar was like out of the box and what it can be if you put a lot of work into it. Alright, take it easy. Bye.